All right, welcome to another episode of the Wild Strength Podcast. Today, my guests are Shane Pardy and Tyler Jensen, and
Who sent me first?
their walk of song is "Yeah Glow" by Glorilla. I hate this. All right, that's enough of that. If you are just listening to this, you need to go to YouTube and watch the video because they just had a little dance sesh while that was playing. So go watch it on YouTube. Anyways, like I said, Shane, Tyler, Shane, I said your name first. I'll let you introduce yourself, and then Tyler introduce yourself, and then I don't know where this conversation is going to go, but I think it's going to be a fun one. So we'll see.
God, you're making me go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Shit. Shane Pardy, 29 years old, Belgrade, Montana. Working in construction. I hunt a lot. That's basically it.
All right, Tyler, let's hear it.
Tyler, I feel like this is like my grinder profile. Tyler, 6 foot tall, bearded, tattoos, the epitome of like a fuck boy, but I'm married. I have a child. I invested in property early before everybody else did. Now I get to hear everybody say, oh, well, it was so expensive now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. You should have bought earlier. So yeah, I'm just kind of the outlaw of the outdoor crew, and I hang out with fucking retards like Shane.
I have to admit, those were the most like awkward intros I've ever had, and I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. But anyways,
We didn't have
I
any
know
time to prepare.
Well, what do you want us to say?
That's
Just like,
okay.
hey,
Anytime.
my Instagram handle's at Big Sky Tie. Please follow me. You can follow my masterclass on how to not get duped by a masterclass. It's not that expensive if you grind really hard. It's only 3 payments of $14,998. So yeah, just go ahead and click the link below, and we'll teach you how to become a gangster.
Yeah,
Is that
and
what
my
you wanted?
Instagram is THEESHANEPARDY. My masterclass is on killing everything else, but not being able to kill a bull elk. And my payment plan's a lot cheaper. It's you gotta like, subscribe, and follow, and it is $500 a month.
That's solid. I know Tyler
You got to
and
make sure you
Shane
tag
through
17 people.
Yeah, every single time. I know Tyler and Shane through Hunt, Lift, Eat, and I actually haven't hunted with Tyler yet, but I've gone hunting with Shane. We went hunting in Hawaii, and we've kind of just started this like group of. You guys will probably find out through this conversation all the things that we talk about. It is a group chat that is constantly just talking about things in the hunting industry and in the fitness industry and all of these things. And I think that we all share similar opinions, or I know that we all share similar opinions. But anyways, they have been begging to be on here. So I finally was like, fine, whatever. I'll let these dudes be on my frickin' podcast. And so here we are.
Hold on.
Now that they begged for long enough.
Hold on.
Begged?
If I do recall, we got a little voice message in the DMs, and you're like, "Hey guys, podcast isn't really doing too well. Kind of need to spruce it up with some comedy, and I would love to have you guys on. You know, 2 men who actually do the damn thing. Please help me. I will do anything." So if you guys believe that, she also sent us a Venmo of $500 a piece to be on this podcast because she needs all the help she can get. So make sure you like, subscribe, tag people, or don't. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you know what? You cannot be more correct. I am hurting for people to be on here, and I have started paying people. So if you want to be on here, I'm offering $500.
It comes with the masterclass.
No.
No, I am like super excited to have both of you on because, yeah, like I said, we talk about all things hunting and fitness and everything outside of that. Kind of first, well, actually, I did want to start off by saying 2 of us on this call or on this podcast. I say call because it feels like a fucking Zoom when you have multiple people. 2 of us on this podcast have maybe not filled their archery elk tag this year, but 2 of us have also gone to Hawaii and killed an axis deer. So I don't know. You pick your poison.
Whoa,
That's
whoa, whoa!
cool.
Don't forget about Africa too.
And have been to Africa. Yeah, so yeah, two of us went to Africa, killed a couple things. Two of us went to Hawaii, killed axis deer. Only one of us killed an elk. Which is worse? Which is better? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. You could have killed 17 axis deer and it would have been the front shoulder of an elk. My bad. I'm sorry that I was being a great father and husband and providing for the family and not going on a $10,000 fucking Africa trip and some bullshit fucking Hawaii trip. And to be fair, I didn't get fucking invited. So y'all can both eat a dick.
Oh, he's salty, honey. If you're broke, just say so.
I am
You and your
broke,
baby
dude.
blue Gap shirt.
Dude, have you ever tried fucking financially supporting a household with two women? It's out of this world. The amount of
Yeah,
clothes
no, my
that they're not even mine. We buy dressers for clothes. My wife's like, "Oh, we need this shoe rack," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, I've got 4 pairs of shoes. The entire shoe rack is filled with her stuff, not mine. My shoes are not nowhere near that thing. So yeah, it's fun.
Shout out to Savannah for putting up with you. I had to
no
shout her out
shit.
there.
That woman
That's
is a fucking
fair.
saint,
Yeah, I will agree with you guys on that. Not that I'm hard to deal with, but I do say a lot of dumb shit, and then that
bro. You're
usually
hard as
gets me.
fuck to deal with. You're
Whatever,
like doing
dude. You,
fucking math.
dude. If I go through our Snapchat history, you will be eating your words because you're like, "Daddy, hot, love me, breed me."
Yeah,
So
just saying. Just saying. Anytime I see a wedding picture, you and that wife of yours, just thinking could have been us.
could have been us.
Goodness, that's ridiculous. Tyler, I do want to talk a little bit. You did just do well. I guess curious question. I feel like the thing that people talk about on Instagram or like everyone wants to do like the solo hunt or like wants to harvest an animal, kill an animal solo, blah blah blah. Was that the elk that you just killed? Was that one your first solo hunt that you've done, or have you done that? Have you been out by yourself multiple times?
So every elk. So I guess it really depends on what you define as like a solo hunt. So my first bull that I killed, um, kind of in that same area, archery. I shot it alone. I had 2 other buddies with me in hunting camp, but they were hunting other areas. But like I had shot
Mm-hmm.
that bull alone,
Right.
and then my big bull again, I went alone um, and shot him while I was alone. And same with this last one I just shot. So this one was more. I hate to say it, but like I'm just super lucky. So anytime I hunt alone, I always seem to just find elk, and they just appear. And so, um, yeah, these ones were all alone. They just weren't two. The first one, I guess all of them I had help packing out. So
Shane, you do a lot of like hunting by yourself too, right?
I do, yeah. I'm far less lucky than Tyler is.
As soon as he was like, "I'm so lucky," I was like, "Oh God, nobody fucking asked."
Not
But
that man is blessed, but it's and I'll toot his horn a little bit for him. It takes fucking effort. I mean, to go out there and kill an elk by yourself. Fucking look at him fucking blushing over there. To go
dude,
out
I
and
would say I'm
kill
not
an elk.
blushing. It's hot as fuck in this house.
To go out and kill an elk by yourself is a monumental fucking task. So he deserves some kudos for that.
Thanks, Shane.
Most
do you
most
guys
of my hunting revolves around deer.
do you guys actually? Because I get asked a lot, like, why do you solo hunt or do you like solo hunting? And I'm gonna let you guys answer first before I give my input. But like, do you actually like being out there by yourself, or do you prefer having the hunt camp, having buddies out there, having your friends out there?
I
I
feel
think it's
like
a mix.
yeah. Go ahead,
Oh, you
Shane.
gonna go first?
No, you go ahead.
Um,
We'll go by
I
height.
think it's a mix. For like your annual deer camp or whatever, I think it's cool to have that camaraderie of people around you. But for like normal, like day to day shit, I don't want to wait on anybody. I don't want to have anybody else's opinion on what we're gonna do, which probably shoots myself in the foot. But it's a good learning opportunity. I really like hunting solo just because I'm out there with my thoughts. You know, I can fucking exercise the thinking meat. But other than that, I mean, hunting with buddies is super fun, especially when you have a good group of people together. I've had a few kills solo, but I mean, it's a lot more fun when you have that whole group to, you know, kind of celebrate, have some banquets at the end of the day.
Tyler, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of right on board with Shane. Like there's a mix between like it's really great to do it alone. You get to be out in the woods, if it's quiet and you're with your thoughts and like just enjoying nature, not to be like
Mm-hmm.
super lib about it. But what I find is that like when you have a big hunting camp, if you have to wait on people, it's frustrating. Like I take hunting very seriously. Like yes, I want to have fun, and while I'm doing it, am I having fun? But like there's hit times. Like hey, we got to get up, we got to get going, and I just don't want people dragging their feet because hunting camps bring alcohol, which is fine. But more often than not, like a bunch of your buddies are just drinking too much, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm hungover," and I'm like, "I didn't come out here to party. I could have just stayed in my nice house and partied there. I'm out here to kill animals," and so um, I don't prefer one over the other. I enjoy them both. I would say rifle is more fun with people, just because more often than not you're going to kill something super far back, and it's cold, and it's just nice to kind of like bullshit with somebody while you're waiting on parks looking for elk. Um, but then again, hunting elk alone too is also fun. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think my first experience hunting with like a group of people, like having a hunt camp, was maybe not like my favorite experience hunting ever. It was like everyone's getting fucking drunk every night. Like there's too many people to where, like to your point, like sometimes going alone or even just with one other person is probably best, especially with elk or deer. So, and if you're still hunting, like you're in the woods and then there's just so many people that I was like, fuck, that's like, I never want to have a hunt camp again. Fortunately, I have had another one after that I was like, okay, this is a little bit better. But I go back and forth because I'm like, man, I really fucking like being out there by myself, or like Shane said, working the, what'd you call it? What'd you call your brain?
Thinking meat.
Thinking me, yeah. You're out there and you're working the thinking me, and just like thoughts are going through your head, and it's my hunt. Like I'm hunting the way I want to hunt, and if I mess up, it's on me. It's not on anybody else. No one else made a noise. No one else made the wrong call. But the more time I spend out there by myself, I'm like, this fucking sucks. Like I would so much like I would love to have people out here, and for same reason for Shane, like I love getting out there with people, but I don't always have a friend who can take the time off that I can take off, or who can just have any random weekend and go hunt. Like I go literally every fucking day that I can, and most people can't do that. So that's really the biggest reason why I solo hunt as often as I do. But I don't prefer it, other than the random times where it's like, oh, this is nice to be by myself.
I gotta
I think
throw
one
this
thing
in
I
there since you fucking brought up the whole fucking don't like hunting with people who are hungover thing. And I'm drinking a Coors fucking Light right now. I feel like you're throwing some fucking shade at me, bro.
no, I feel like the
no,
couple
not
times we've hunted together, we've thrown one on, and like but there's like the whole reason, not that like it's the whole reason we're hanging out, but like when you came over, you're like, okay, we're going hunting in the morning, like there's a reason why we're here, like,
Right.
and we both take
That's
hunting
the
very
thing.
seriously. It's like I don't mind, like I drink alcohol, it's fine, like it's whatever, but like again, I take it so serious because I do want meat in the freezer, like I do have a family to like provide for, and like I do get the opportunity to hunt, and my wife loves to hunt, so like when I go out I kind of have to be efficient because I feel super selfish if I'm the only one who gets to go out, knowing that she's just as passionate about hunting as I am. But unfortunately, she's the default parent. Like, especially when Lainey was younger, like there was nothing I could do to like stay home because Lainey wasn't taking a bottle, wasn't doing all this. So I'm like, well, I have to go out. So I just have to be more efficient. So I'm not throwing any digs at you. I'll crush a couple banquets and have a couple cream pies on the hillside with you, buddy. Don't get your pussy all hurt.
Oh fuck. No, but that's a serious thing that I've seen a lot lately is like growing up, I've been there and you're hunting after a night of fucking party and you close down the bars, and I see this a lot in the younger crowd. Like you cannot fucking be efficient. You cannot make an ethical shot like that. So that's one thing people really need to keep in mind is keep that shit to a minimum. Yeah, have your celebratory beers or whatever when you get something put down, but anymore, I mean, it's not a fucking party. Like you said, it's work. We're here to accomplish a task.
Well, and with
I think
hunting
that's my
camps that
thing
have
too.
so
Is
many. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my thing too. Is I like, and with anything, not even just hunting. Like, you guys are similar from what I'm gathering. Is I'm like I'm fucking all in when whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm putting my whole fucking ass into it. I'm not putting part of my ass into it, and so I take it seriously. And I do not like being out there with other people who do not take it seriously, because that takes away from like my opportunity. That takes away from their opportunity, which is and that's with anything in life. Like I cannot be around people who are just like, oh, this is fun. Like, oh, I liked it. Granted, like the hunt is the most fun part to me. Like I do enjoy the chase, the pursuit of a critter, right? But obviously the goal is to always fulfill your tag. But to be with people who are like, oh, this is fun. Like it's okay if I don't fill the tag. It's just for fun. Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, that's not my mindset when I'm going out there at all.
Well, it's just become more expensive, like to do anything in this
Right.
world, right? So, like, I have a camper, so when I go hunting, I take the camper somewhere. But like, I have a truck that has diesel, and like towing that camper, it's not like I get 40 miles to the gallon. So it's like you invest a lot of time with preseason scouting, a lot of time with like money and putting stuff into equipment. Like, I want to cash in on that. And yes, the hunt is fun, but again, the whole point of me putting in for tags every year and buying tags every year is to kill something to put in my freezer so we can eat. And so when somebody's just not as down go getter as I am, I'm just like I don't want to be around you. And like another thing too, like the big hunting camps, the reason why I don't really like huge hunting camps is that regardless where you're at, there's only a certain amount of land to hunt. And so if you have 10 guys in camp, you get to hunt one spot, nine other spots, or however you're doing it, are now taken. And like, I don't know how these people hunt. I know, are they walking
Right.
in the bottoms? Are they pushing deer out or elk out? It's like, it's selfish in a way, but I just don't enjoy it as much as like my hunting camps, if anything, are like maximum four people. And it's four people that I know what they're
Yeah.
doing. They're not world renowned hunters, but like they know the basics. They're working hard. They're hunting hard, and they're not like coming back and just getting hammered and ruined the next day.
Well, it's just like we talked about the other day. Like both of us are good enough at fucking up our own hunts. We don't need somebody else fucking being a a liability out there.
Right, yeah. And I'm curious too, and this kind of plays into like I've hunted. I'm gonna bring in like kind of like the fitness part of it, and being fit and physical, like all of that stuff. I've hunted with people who I feel like could not match my level of like physical activity, the level of effort I'm willing to put in, how many miles I'm willing to put in, whatever. And like that also takes away from the hunt. So I'm curious if when you guys are picking hunting buddies or groups or whatever, are you taking into consideration the physical abilities of somebody that you're with?
100%.
Depends
I don't hunt with fat people.
yeah, yeah. I feel like with hunting with somebody who's not as physically fit, it's not terrible. I used to be one who was like, oh my god, I got to get to the top of the mountain, fucking yesterday, running through and like getting up super early, getting to the top for no reason. Like
For
you're
sure.
missing a bunch of areas that you could be hunting. So
Right.
it's not like I would say like I'm more physically able in the woods than my wife, but like we hunt together very well because her style
For sure.
has like taught me to slow down. Like we're
Makes sense.
hunting the woods to go to the area. Like there's been so many times where we're not paying attention and elk are standing on the side of the trail, or we bump a
Hmm.
deer and it's
All
like
the time.
because I'm so oh my god, we got to get there, got to get there, got to get there, and it turns out like we didn't need to get there because a couple hundred yards off the fucking
Oh, we're on
road
the way.
there goes the tail, and you're like, wow, that was stupid.
Yeah, I had to learn that lesson the hard way. The first season I hunted elk, I think I bumped like four bulls just trying to get to a spot that I was like, okay, this spot looks like it's going to hold elk. I got to get there, and I'm moving as fast as I can to get there as fast as I can, like you said. And I'm like, well, fuck, there goes that one. And that not thinking that there's going to be anything on the way there. So I've definitely learned that to just like you said, hunt the way there. You don't always have to be in a rush to get to a spot. And oftentimes I see more on the way to the spot than I ever see at the fucking spot that I'm getting to.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Right. And I agree with that, but I also don't want to be slowed down by somebody who can't keep up. Like
For sure. Oh, I agree.
if
Yeah.
we're trying to get to objective A and we got to take a break every 5 minutes because they can't catch their breath, that's not a person I want to hunt with. I want to hunt with the guy like you guys are talking about who's observing and seeing things on the way there. I don't want that to be a byproduct of their fitness.
Yeah, I feel like
I'd agree. I think to Tyler's point, like you were saying, maybe Savannah isn't, I don't even want to say like not as physically fit, right? Like just as a woman, she probably can't carry as much weight as you. Like I'm a woman, so I can say the same. She can't move as
Well,
quickly, right?
Savannah's a fucking beast.
yeah, that's the thing.
Right, right.
Like
And I'm not dogging on her at all. I'm just saying differing levels of physical fitness are totally okay, but I think there is a level that like I want the person that I'm hunting with to be at. Maybe you're not
Right.
quite where I'm at, or like same for you guys, maybe they're not quite where you are, but they're still, you can look at them and be like, okay, you could still keep up in a way, if that makes sense.
But I feel like it's such a minimum to keep up. Like if you like work like a blue collar job and you go to the gym, and regardless if you do cardio, like let's say you just like kind of do like a bro split or whatever, like to walk in the woods is a minimum. When I look at somebody to hunt with, I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, aka we kill something. Am I gonna have to like double down and kill myself to get this animal out because like you killed it, we're getting it out? Or are you going to be able to carry at least like your half, your share? You know, like the
Right.
first time I've hunted with Savannah. I mean, I've hunted with Savannah, and she's killed tons of stuff. And like, if somebody can pack out deer meat, not to be like, oh, look at us, but like, it's not impressive. Like, it's a deer, right? Like,
Right.
it's not a lot of meat. It could be heavy, but like the test is elk, and so when she shot an elk, I was like, all right, this is the test. I'm like, you know, is she going to be able to hold her own and like, you know, whatever? And this bitch respectfully throws a fucking front and a rear in her bag and hikes it out 6 miles. Like it's no fucking deal. Like so,
Nice.
yeah. So like, you know, she's capable of doing the tasks needed to like get the meat out, which has like been awesome. And like you said, she's not like, yes, like I'm a male, she's a female, I am stronger, whatever. But like she holds her
Right.
own in the woods. Like I don't have any issues with like, oh, like shit, we killed something. I'm gonna have to make 2 trips, and she's gonna be sitting back in the truck like, oh, I can't go. Like she doesn't. She's not like that. So that's why I
I
put a
think
ring
that
on
comes
it.
down to the, yeah, and I would agree. I think that comes down to with, and maybe even it's not um, the physical like fitness of the other person. It's like the willingness, right? Because like maybe they haven't ever like pushed themselves that hard, but like, are you willing to, right? And that's kind of like packing out an elk quarter fucking sucks, but like I'm gonna throw it in there and I'm gonna do it, right? And I've helped people pack out before. Doesn't mean like I'm not bragging and saying I'm strong or anything like that, but the willingness to do it, the willingness to suffer, to do something hard is what I think makes a lot of hunters really good at hunting, those who are good at it, right? And I think then you have the ones who are like, oh yeah, this is just for fun, and it's like a good activity to take time off for. And I think they're the ones who aren't willing to push themselves, or maybe they're not going to shoot a bull or even a deer in a hellhole because they don't want to have to get it out of there because they're not willing to push themselves that hard. And I think that maybe, yeah, so I brought up like the physical fitness part of it, but I think also it's the willingness to just like push yourself and challenge yourself to do something that's a little bit harder.
Right. No, kind of continuing off of that is I never want to be hindered by where the animal is,
Mm.
like in relation to, say the truck. I want to be able to shoot something where it's standing or where it's bedded and know that my partner has the ability to help me get that thing back to the rig.
Yeah, and I think that's, and sometimes you don't know. Like the first season I hunted out here in Colorado, I had hunted with people that like I had gotten to know them a little bit beforehand, but I didn't know much about them still, if that makes sense. Like I'm fucking crazy. People are gonna think I'm wild, but I've hunted so many times with people that I've never met before, or that like I've only met them once. And for me, it's just like I have an opportunity to get out here and I don't know anything. So any opportunity I can get out to get with someone who maybe knows something was an opportunity for me to learn. And then I quickly learned like I would just rather learn this on my own because I'm not really sure that I like this whole thing from learning other people. But I say that to say like sometimes you don't even know. Like definitely moving forward, I will only hunt with people who I know super well, who are really good fucking friends of mine, who I know are capable. And if maybe they're not nearly as physically capable, I know that they're gritty and like willing to push themselves if it came down to it. But yeah, I just feel like my first season out here with, and there's a handful, I hunted with a handful of different people my first season. And I like very quickly learned the importance of like a good hunting partner, a good hunting buddy, whether it's one or two other people, but never again will I just be like, oh yeah, like I've never really hunted with you before, but let's go. Especially on a tag that I'm taking seriously. Like maybe some random hog hunt, cool. But like my elk hunt, no.
Yeah, you got to start small and you got to find those people that have that gird to them. Um, kind of like, with you, me, and Tyler. I mean, I wouldn't go randomly hunting with anybody I meet off the street. Like, I want to see, like, for lack of a better terms, their resume. Like, what have they gone out and accomplished? Have they, just done, small game or upland, and which is cool. That's what everybody starts on. But I also don't want to be tied to. Oh God, he popped up and disappeared. That was scary as shit.
Sorry, my computer is from 1987.
It's okay, you're good.
I don't want to be tied to that commitment of, like, say you're on a backcountry elk hunt. I don't want their tag or my tag to be reliant on them, for success. Like, I want to make sure that the people I'm hunting with know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, no, I think that's important. Tyler, we were just talking about like kind of on the same thing before you had hopped off, the importance of choosing just like a good hunting partner. And because I was saying like I've hunted with people before that when I first got into it, like anyone, maybe I didn't even really know them that well. Anyone who was willing to be like, hey, you want to get out there with me? I would go. Because to me, it was like an opportunity to learn. But in that, instead of like learning how to hunt differently, I learned the importance of choosing someone or choosing a good hunting partner or just fucking going by myself because not everyone knows what they're doing. Not everyone takes it as seriously. Not everyone is out there for the same reasons. And so, yeah, I very quickly, like the first season I hunted Colorado, I was telling Shane, like, hunted with a handful of people that I was like, you know what? I don't know that I'd get back out here again. And nothing against those people. They're good people. I just don't know that I'd ever hunt with them again.
Yeah, when I first moved to Montana, I grew up on the East Coast, so Western hunting was so foreign. I had no idea, and so like I did everything you watch every YouTube series, you watch
Yeah.
Meat Eater, and all those guys, and so like I was really deep into that. And then same thing, I would just like meet people on Instagram. They're like, "Hey, you want to go hunting?" And I'm like, yeah, I want to go. I just want to go out there. I want to know what's going on. I want to see how you guys do it. And then you start to realize kind of what you're saying. You're like, oh, but like you're not good at this. And like not that I was in a position where I knew better, but like just like walking, in the wrong direction in the wind or hunting areas where I'm like, dude, there's nothing. Like, what are we doing? Like you start to find out very quick that, oh, this guy just kind of doesn't really know what he's doing. And so I've dwindled back my selection process, and I'll only hunt with people. One, I only hunt with people that like physically can go around. Two, that I like to be around. Like if I don't even like being
Yeah.
around you, I'm not gonna go. And then
Yeah.
three, like you have to I mean, I don't even need you to be like some world renowned hunter, but like know the basics, dude. Like what are we doing?
Yeah. No, I think that's yeah, I was so willing to just like get out there, but it quickly kind of similar, like you said, just learned, you know what, I need to either be by myself, which I think there's back to the solo hunting thing. Like another thing why I like it is you learn through the mistakes. Like I've made so many fucking mistakes through hunting by myself because I didn't really know much. Like to be honest, I hunted elk before I ever tried to learn how to hunt them, if that makes sense, right? I just got out there and did the fucking thing and like saw what I could do or just learned stuff that way. And then I was like, oh,
Whoa.
maybe I should take this a little more seriously and like look into like elk sign and like elk habits and behavior, which is not, I don't recommend going that way, by the way, but that's just the way that I went about it.
Wait, so you didn't take a master class for any of that, or have some random hunting influencer fucking reach out to you on Instagram?
Yeah, how are
Yeah,
you a
no,
female,
absolutely
and how
not.
did you not get the ability to like just tag along with some like extreme douchebag on Instagram who's just like, hey, I got this hunting spot. All you got to do is like hang out with me and text me every now and then.
Absolutely not. I could never. I could never. Like the to and to me too. Like this goes back to like how serious I take it, right? And I don't know if I've even maybe talked about this on the podcast before, but I'm really I think maybe I've had a similar conversation with Shane. I'm so big on, especially if it's a man who's asking me to go hunt with them, like what that will look like for me, right? Because I am very aware that there are women who will go out there and hunt with a man just to fill a tag and do sexual things or do for money or whatever, and that's prevalent
Me and Tyler
and
do that.
yeah,
We
for
do it with
sure.
each other.
That's
I pay.
prevalent. That's prevalent in like any male dominated industry, but like I'm so hyper aware of that because my work is in a male dominated industry that like if it's not a close fucking buddy of mine and you're a man asking me to hunt, I'm not going with you because I don't know what your expectations are. I don't know what you're wanting. And that looks bad on me But to the masterclass thing, I don't. Maybe people have taken them, and maybe I'll get you guys' thoughts. Maybe people have taken this master class and they learned about elk and they went and killed an elk and it worked for them. Cool, but I didn't even watch a fucking YouTube video on hunting elk the first time I went out. I literally just went out there and did it, and I think that's the best way to learn. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't killed anything yet, but I've learned a lot.
Well,
I've killed things.
you're
But
already up because you're not spending these fucking fees on these stupid fucking master classes or, these hunt related fucking training programs that everybody seems to be fucking pushing these days.
what qualifies someone to teach a master class on elk hunting? On hunting,
I
period.
don't I don't know, dude. It is so crazy that like
I think if they have
it was
over 5,000 followers and a blue check mark that they're paying for every month, I think that kind of qualifies them or whatever. But like, just because you have like, I fucking posted this today on Instagram. Just because you have fucking more followers doesn't make you better or more qualified than anybody else out there. Like, there's fucking killers out there that I know that have never fucking had an Instagram.
think about like all the old timers too, right? Like if you go down to your local diner and talk to the old guys that like meet up every Saturday or whatever, and they have coffee and breakfast with their boys, and you talk about like how they used to hunt and where they used to kill elk, you will gain so much more knowledge that way than listening to some like dork on Instagram or YouTube like piddle the same information. They're like, oh well, elk bugle when you call it them. It's like, yeah, no shit, got that. Oh well, they bed over here. Yeah, no shit. That's I could have fucking chat GPT that. Is there anything else you want to tell me, fucking elk guru? Like, it's crazy to me that people are paying for this shit, and yet then they go out there and they do all their techniques that they learned, and they don't learn and they don't kill anything because they're downwind or they're on the wrong side of it. It's like, me and Shane go back and forth to this all the time.
I think maybe this was like a reel or something that popped up on Instagram. I don't know. You can take and maybe I'm just gonna like brighten everyone's lives with this. And you should not prove to you that you should not spend fucking thousands of dollars on a stupid masterclass. You can take your like Onyx, zoom into the unit or the area that you're hunting, take a screenshot of it, go to ChatGPT and upload the screenshot and say, how would you hunt this area for elk? And it literally will tell you like they're gonna be kind of the same thing you said, like just the basics of like, look on the north facing slopes like this time of year or when the sun's rising or setting, and like look here in this unit for like where they're gonna bed, and look here for feeding areas, and like it's everything that master class is gonna tell you, but ChatGPT just did it for
Yeah,
free.
you just got it for free. It's like,
which is crazy.
what's crazy is that like people like want, instead of doing the research themselves as far as like just looking online, like we are the most potentially sophisticated and smart generation because of these little devices we have in our pockets, and we have the ability to search anything and everything at the click of our fingers. Yet people still want to just like hold the pocket of somebody who's got like 10,000 followers and like gets paid to hunt and like does all this stuff, and you're like,
Yeah,
what are you doing, dude? Just go out and do like
just do it. Yeah.
just do. Oh, it drives me nuts. And like, unfortunately, I was that guy. Like when I first moved to Montana, I was like, I got bamboozled into this bullshit, and like I saw it on. Like, not that I'm like, I mean, do I kill deer every year? Sure. Are they giants? No. Like sometimes we just shoot some deer, whatever. Like, do I kill an elk every year? Absolutely not. But like, I give it my all, and I know in the back of my mind, in the bottom of my heart, I didn't pay thousands of dollars for some ding dong to tell me some bare minimum information.
Yeah. But I think also
Well,
too,
are you taking your fitness seriously?
You are still so tore up about that, dude. I
Oh,
told you.
dude, that's some fucking bullshit, man. Some fucking Instagram cut comes out to me and tells me that I'm not taking my fitness seriously after I did 2 fucking miles with the dog, 4:30 in the morning, and lifted weights and fucking worked, all fucking day. I mean,
Well, yeah, dude, you didn't wake up at 2. That's where you went wrong. You have to get up earlier.
that's right.
You
I didn't
got-
run a marathon before I went and fucking put my gay fucking shades on and my little booty shorts and fucking talked about elk hunting on the fucking Nez Perce Res or whatever the fuck it is.
But I will say, like back to kind of what we were talking about. God,
This is going to be Whitney's last podcast, so it was a great listening for everyone. Like, we're sorry, but also we're
people are
not
gonna
sorry. We
listen to
don't
this and
care.
they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is terrible." Hopefully, this is not the first episode that you're tuning into. I promise they're not all like this. This is just three people like shooting the shit. But I do think like yeah, getting out there, just doing the thing, like learning that way. I think what ends up happening, and I've maybe even talked about this a handful of times on this podcast, is people see like the big name people who have all the followers that are quote unquote professional hunters, which I don't know what the fuck makes someone a professional hunter, but whatever. um, and they kill elk every year because they're on these. They're either A, paying thousands of dollars to kill elk every year, or B, they're on private, like whatever. But people see that they've never killed an elk before. They see this person on social media who's killing multiple elk year after year after year, and they want to be that person, which is fucking weird to me. Like social media is weird that someone can see someone else on there and be like, I want to be that person. I want to be like that person. So they will literally spend thousands of dollars trying to be that person, trying to take the Masterclass to learn how to kill elk, trying to hunt on private land so that they can kill elk, just to put on social media that they fucking did it, which
Yeah, not
blows.
that they even care. Like, when I, like, don't get me wrong, like, when I kill something, like, I'm excited to show my friends on social media, like,
Oh,
I did it.
absolutely.
Like when I killed a bull, like this year when I killed my bull, it's like, you go so many years without killing an archery bull, and you're like, man, maybe I really don't fucking know what I'm doing. Like, maybe I do suck. Maybe I do need a master class. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, and then you kill one, and you're like, oh, like today I was an archery hunter. Like, I was successful. Like, this is so cool. And so I want people to see that. But I also don't put like unreal expectations, because people will DM me and be like, oh, so like what happened? And I'm like, my spot A got ran out by wolves, and so like I had to do a whole like plan B, which, to be honest with you, I didn't have a plan B. I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna. I looked at the map and I was like, this looks good. I'm gonna go over here. So I went over there and found elk, and I was like, cool. Like, kind of just in a lazy way, just like sat around up on the ridge and just like waited for the wind, and it was good. And like, when you kill an elk, it always seems like it happens perfect, and you're like, that'll never happen again. But like, again, it won't happen unless you are out there just grinding and doing things. And back to what you were saying, as far as people that are like killing all these bulls every year, they're putting an unrealistic expectation on how an elk hunt should go.
For
Like,
sure. Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like I like to spend money on hunting gear, and like, I mean, that's kind of like my thing. I like to buy like hunting gear, and that's really all I care to do. But you don't need a $2,000 bear bow to start, and you don't need like the nicest pants that are like $200 a piece. Like, you can start off with kind of the cheap stuff and see if
I
you even
started with
enjoy it.
nothing but a
Yeah,
bow.
I've hunted my whole life, and like where I grew up was like real tree, right? Like from Walmart brand, or like we hunted in Carhartt bibs and like muck boots. Like, we didn't have a lot of money, so we just did what we could to stay warm, and like, I didn't care the color or the brand or the
Mm-hmm.
how whatever. I'm like, does it keep me warm? Yeah, I'll go. Like, it's just, yeah. I think people need to just kind of take a step back away from social media, as far as like the hunting industry, from seeing like all these top guys, and have a realistic expectation to go out there and be like, I'm probably not going to kill one, but I'm probably going to learn some stuff. Like, every time I go out elk hunting, I'm like, I'm probably not going to kill one, but I'm going to get fucking close. And so to me, I'm like, that's a win. And now I don't get as sad when my elk week that I take off is done and I don't kill one. But then when I do kill one, I'm like, oh shit, I'm a god. I can do whatever. I am fucking Cameron Haynes. Look at me.
Well,
Look at me.
that's the other thing too, is like people aren't realizing how much it's costing these folks to go out and kill a 380-inch bull every year. San Carlos is the reservation I'm thinking of. I think last time I looked it up, it was $80,000 to go hunt that place.
That's
Wow.
insane.
I don't know about you, but I'm not making San Carlos money. So, I mean, it's all about that fucking, just getting out there, putting the time in, putting the effort in, getting your ass kicked. And hell, like you said, everybody before us was killing these animals in red flannel, which marsupial gear still needs to make me a red flannel bino harness. If any of you guys are listening,
Dude, I
I'm
would
the guy
totally
that's been
buy one.
emailing you.
Yeah, I think it comes down to redefining, kind of to Tyler's point, redefining what success looks like. Like to me, when I like, especially as someone who's relatively newer to elk hunting, say like last year I was seeing more sign than I saw the year before. Like, okay, cool. Now I'm actually like where they frequent or where they travel through, or then it's taking to figure out like, do they live here or do they just move through here? And then this year I'm like, oh, I've got close to more elk than I've ever gotten close to. And like, I think when you're new, like especially if you're someone who's out east coming out west for the first time, and like I said, you have this expectation because it looks easy on social media because there are people who are killing every year, and maybe it's not on public land, maybe it is, right? But redefining like what success is to you, because to me, yes, absolutely, my goal is to fill my tag every single time that I'm out there, but to me it is feeling that I got better than the last time that I was out there. Maybe that is I pushed myself a little bit further. I went to a new spot that I found on my own on X. I e-scouted and there was elk sign there, and even better, there was elk there. Then I'm like, oh shit, yeah, like that was successful to me. And then having the opportunity, being 40 yards away, fucking blowing it, that was also successful to me because I've never been that close before. So like I think, yeah, and that's with anything in life, but I think with hunting especially, like people need to back off of social media and seeing like just the grip and grin. And if that's what is success to you, especially for something you've never done before, I think that's an unrealistic expectation.
Well, and I guess also too, like, with the grip and grins, obviously, like, there's a big story behind it, and you weren't there, so you don't know exactly what happened. And so, like, a lot of times you see, like, guys are like, oh, yeah, this, it happened this way and that way, blah, blah, blah. And then come to find out, like, the cameraman was like, no, it was not like that at all. And so it's like that you're portraying this, like, perfect scene of how the elk hunt went. And, like, I don't care. Like, if you're driving down the road and there's elk on the side of the road and you legally get off the road and kill one, dude, that's cool. Like, to me, I'm like, sweet. Like, hell yeah. I mean, Whitney just waits for somebody else to hit him with a car, and then she's like, can I have
Takes
that?
roadkill.
Yeah. But I think it's just like, I think, I think people, like you were saying, just need to have lower expectations, especially if you're doing it for the first time, because to learn like an area may take multiple years, which isn't a problem. Like, you're going to see some cool stuff. Like, you're in the woods, like you're in areas that people probably don't frequent. So you're like, oh, cool. Like this year I saw pine marten, which I hadn't seen in years in my hunting spot. And I was like, oh, like it was just cool to see. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that 100%. I'm going to ask Tyler, this is a question specifically for you.
Uh-oh.
You're married, you have a kid, whatever, and I know like this past week, I guess it was maybe last week, like you and Savannah had kind of split time and like who was getting out. How has it been since having a kid and like a family and getting out and hunting? Do you feel like it's made it harder? And if it has, or like what challenges have you faced and like what have you guys done about that?
Um, when Lainey was 6 months old, we shot some does over her. Like, we hunt suppressed rifles, and Savannah's been like awesome as far as like looking up all the things that she needs. Like, as far as like the necessities for our daughter to be out there safely, like Savannah's on it. Like, so she's looking up, clothing and make sure she has all the stuff she needs to be warm and blah, blah, blah. She's constantly checking on her. And then this year has been a little bit better just because she's a year and a half now. And so, this year I shot my bull technically on like my first day of the hunt, because I took Monday through Friday off from work.
Mm-hmm.
So I shot it Monday. And then I was like, well, I have the rest of the week off. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I could easily go deer hunting and then Savannah wouldn't get to hunt. But then I was like, or I get to hang out with my daughter for a full week while like Savannah gets to go hunt. And I was like, I'd rather do that. And so I kind of got to be like, I wouldn't call it lazy, but like I got to hang out with my daughter, which for a whole week, which I don't, I see her every day, but it was just her and I. And then my wife got to go out and get close to elk. And because year past, the baby was tiny, so she was really not capable, or I wouldn't say able, to go out for multiple days. So it was just cool to have like, and I already had the camp set up, so I'm like, just go,
Yeah, just go. Nice.
Foods, just go. And so it's more difficult, yes, because you're not going to be doing like the 12 to 15 mile days in the woods, and like there's just a lot more stuff you got to pack. It's not about just me, I can suffer without having food all day, but the baby can't. So, and then it's also rewarding too. Like, it's just different. Like, when I get to go out there with my daughter, like this past week, we just went for a quick little walk, and I brought my bow, and she's just like pointing at squirrels, and like I had like the digiscope on my binos, and there was a deer down below, and I'm like, oh, look at the deer, and she's like, learning where, she's like, deer, and so it's fun being out there, and it's all new. So it's just been like, I would say it's just a big learning experience. But if you put the work in and you have a spouse that like is willing to also put the work in and make sure that you guys can both have a good time, it's doable.
Yeah.
That's the
No.
cool thing about it too. Like I see all too often people are like, "Well, I can't go because I have a kid." I'm like, "Well, I got a buddy and his wife who go out every chance they get, and they bring their kid along."
Mm.
But it just comes down to like, I'm not saying it's not a lot of work. Like, and I don't like,
Oh,
I
for
work all
sure, for
day.
sure.
Like I work all day. And then like, Savannah is like, at first was like a stay-at-home mom, and I'm definitely not saying like she wasn't working, because being a stay-at-home mom is a tough gig, dude, especially when they're little. Like, it is not for the faint-hearted. But like, she had everything ready, and so I would get home and be like, cool, we have like an hour and a half. Let's just run up to our spot real quick and just see. If not, we get to go for a quick little walk with the family, and it'll be fun. And more often than not, we're finding deer, and I'm like, maybe an elk will walk through, maybe not. But she put in all that extra work and not had been lazy and been like, well, because she could have easily just said, I just thought, no, we'll stay home. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, it makes me feel bad, because I'm like, well, I want us to all go out, but I also want to go out. So now is it a test? Should I say, oh, okay, I'll stay home with you? Or is it like, okay, I'm still going to go? I don't know. But, that was rarely a case. But yeah, I mean, hats off to her. She put a lot of work in and made it possible for us to go out there. So.
Yeah, I definitely think it's and with anything like relationship related, it takes two for that. But to Shade's point, there are so many people who are like, "Oh, I can't do this anymore. I have a kid," and you guys just throw her in their pack and just go. And
We just
maybe yeah,
invested good money into like good
for
equipment for
sure.
her. Like, we didn't buy like the crappy pack. I saw all these things that we bought for her as like investments, right? Because we're going to use them. And so I didn't want to buy like a lesser pack and then have to switch it out next year. And then you spend more money, spend more money. I'm like, we'll just buy the good stuff, and then we'll just go like it. And if we see something, cool. If we don't, also cool. Like, it's
Hmm.
just fun to be out there with a family. And it's just different. Like, once you become a dad and like you have a family, you're not so selfish anymore in your own ways. You're like, you see that like your daughter is like pointing at squirrels and birds, and like planes are flying over, and she's like, plane, and I'm like, she's enjoying this so much, it's making it
Yeah.
more enjoyable for me now.
Yeah, which I think that's awesome. And then I'm going to transition the conversation just a little bit as we kind of get towards the end here. I know told both of you guys I wanted to talk a little bit about like the training and stuff, or like just the physical preparedness that you guys do like personally for hunting and being on the mountains, and then also like kind of tail end at that. We were kind of we're all talking about earlier like the food that we like to take and how we don't like to take a whole fucking kitchen, and we like to just whether it's snacking all day and eating the freeze dried meals. Like I will live like a true homeless person when I'm out there. But yeah, first like each of you, and Shane, I'll let you go first. Touch on like is there anything specific that you do to train for a hunt or get ready, or is it just like I train and I feel good and I know I'm gonna feel good on the mountains kind of thing?
I'm kind of a mental bear, so like I can push myself through most shit situations, but at the same time, like I'll throw like a 45-pound plate in my pack, and for like 2 months before the season starts, I'll put in miles with the dog because he needs exercise. Um, Especially when season kicks off, when it's still daylight after I get off from work, I need to be able to get that walk in with him so he's, satisfied for the day. I do a lot of strength training. I do like I wouldn't call it a bro split, but I do a push day, a pull day, a leg day, a core day, just so that way I'm ready to, I wouldn't even say it. I don't know if it really prepares me better for like a pack out, because I really don't think there's anything that can prepare you for a pack out but a pack out. But it helps you be like marginally better than you would normally be at your like resting state. So I incorporate a little bit more cardio. I start upping my carb intake, but other than that, it's really pretty basic stuff, and it's worked well for me over the years.
Yeah, Taylor, what about you?
I don't train for the mountains at all.
Yeah,
Like, I just work out year round. Except, I mean, hunting season, I don't work out. Like, I get home from
right.
work, either my wife is going hunting or I go hunting. Like,
Yep.
so I just don't like work out. So the rest of the year, though, like, I'm just doing kind of your bro split. And then like every now and then I'll be like, oh, I think maybe I need to do some more cardio. So then I'll just do my hot girl walk for like 2 months, which is like 30 minutes at 3 miles an hour at an incline of 10. And like,
Yep.
I feel good, and like I don't
Hot
go
girl walk
running,
sucks.
dude. It's like it's the best, and so like We are very cognizant of what we put in our bodies. So, we like to just primarily eat wild game, which I think is the best source of protein out there. And we pay attention to like what's in stuff that we eat, and we just eat healthy and we work out year round. And that's just the lifestyle we've chosen. And so there's nothing I do as far as like, oh, I go on hikes with packs. I'm like, I don't do that. I don't do any of that. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying you
for
don't
sure.
necessarily need to if you work out year round and you prioritize fitness and health for yourself year round.
If
Yeah.
you stay in shape, you don't need to get in shape. That's the main
Yeah,
point.
for sure. And I'm not gonna shit on like any companies or brands or whatever, but like the brands or the people who were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you like mountain ready. And I agree with everything both of you guys just said. Like to the point, like to Shade's point about strength training. Strength is an important part of being able to be in the mountains. Endurance is an important part of being able to be in the mountains. Like there's so many different things you need to like I call them training qualities you need to possess to be able to just like be in the mountains. But I don't think like to Tyler's point, like train year round, be strong, be physically fit, have some sort of cardio, be able to move well, be able to put your pack on. And if you do that regularly, whether you're rucking or not, sometimes I won't ruck at all and I just throw my pack on and I'm like, it's gonna suck for the first couple of days and then I'm gonna get used to it. But I agree 100%. Like if you live a healthy lifestyle, if you live a fit lifestyle, if you're just staying fit and training and working out regularly, and watching what you eat. And what I mean by watching what you eat is not mean like watching your fucking calories. I mean just be cognizant of like the things that you're putting in your body. You're gonna feel fine no matter what you do, whether that's in the mountains, whether you decide to fucking randomly run a marathon one day like I decided to do, or whatever. Like you're gonna be able to get through it and know that you can get through it. But the people who are like, oh yeah, I've got a big hunt coming up or a big anything coming up and they have to prepare for it, that's where you're already at ground. Like you're already at a loss there. You should have been ready when you decided to do it in the first place.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you need to be like six pack shredded, counting calories. Like
Right.
but like I do count calories. Like during hunting season, I don't because I'm crushing cream pies and fucking ho
Oh,
hos and like whatever little sweet treat I
corn
can.
dogs,
Like,
bro.
dude,
Corn
and if
dogs.
do celebratory corn dogs, love them. I'll double fist corn dogs all day. But at the end of the day, it's like you should just be cognizant of what you're eating and how you're working out. And like it's you want to live, so like why not live healthy, you know? And you don't have to eat chicken and rice every day. I'm just asking you not to eat fucking pizza, then burgers, then fries, then drinking a 12 pack every night. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, along the lines of like what you're eating, and you're talking about like training perspective, but kind of like I mentioned at the tail end of the other question is like, what are things that you're eating like while you're out there hunting? Obviously, like things change, like you're a little less efficient and like how you're taking care of yourself. There comes times where you're literally willing to eat anything because you had mentioned earlier, Tyler, like you're like, oh, I can go all day without eating, but the baby can't. So sometimes we will go all day without eating, and then you get to a point where you're like, I will eat whatever is in my pack, whether it's good or bad. But are either of you like cognizant of like the kind of snacks that you take, the food that you take, or are you just like, I'm gonna burn the calories so I can eat whatever I want?
I just bring whatever I'm hungry for. Like, I like those bee stinger waffles, Little
Uh,
Debbie oatmeal cream pies, bro.
Mm.
I always keep
Oh,
them fucking things in my pack because I know Tyler gets hungry.
I'd be snacking.
He be snacking almonds, stuff like that. Anything that's high fat, high.
Tarts, that's all you guys ever eat.
What was that?
As the protein Pop Tarts, that's all you guys ever eat.
Dude,
Oh
those
my
protein
god, those
pop, dude,
protein Pop Tarts. I don't know why
so
you don't
good.
believe in them, but they're so fucking good.
So good.
Question: if
I,
you're listening, you're gonna have to let me know. Would you rather eat a protein Pop Tart, or would you rather eat beef jerky and a real Pop Tart and get probably the same amount of calories?
Oh,
yeah, but you're gonna
Whitney,
get the same amount
everyone's
of
tuned out
proteins.
by now. We're just talking to ourselves.
People
No
have
one's made it this
uninstalled
far yet.
the app to
What's the brand of
podcast.
those protein Pop Tarts? What's the name of those things?
Is it
No
like
idea, but
legend
they
or
make
something
us.
like that?
I don't know that.
Legendary.
Oh
Yeah, they
yeah.
Legendary
make,
Pop Tarts.
dude. The cinnamon pop tart slaps.
Oh, shameless plug. I gave Whitney a birthday cake one when we were in Hawaii together because it was her birthday down there.
And
And I
she
don't even
did
think
she
she's
like,
eaten it.
oh, you piece of shit, dude.
I
I
Enjoy
took a
know.
yourself.
bite of it out of kindness, and then I threw the rest of it away.
You probably did one of those like small women bites where you just ate the corner and didn't even get to the good stuff, and you're like, this
No,
tastes like
I
shit.
intentionally because when I eat a regular Pop Tart, like a real human being, I break it in half and like eat the center so that I'm not eating the crust. So I did that. Like I opened it up like I would a regular Pop Tart, broke it in half and took a bite out of the center, and then the rest was history.
I'm not saying that the protein Pop Tarts are better than regular Pop Tarts. Like regular Pop Tarts, and they have changed the game since I've been a kid. They got like fucking steak and egg
Gourmet.
Pop Tarts now. Like they got some crazy shit out there.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that like if you are cognizant of like your protein intake, right? And you're like, oh, I could use a little sweet treat, and I'm kind of over my protein bars. Yeah, a little 20-gram slam real quick with a little cinnamon, Cinnabon fucking Pop Tart. Yeah, give me two of them.
I get that, yes. And I have things that are like that, but just the protein Pop Tarts aren't for me. Like,
Dude,
they don't
dude,
taste good at all.
haters gonna hate, dog.
They
Yeah.
taste like an artificially flavored pastry
Well,
that they
no.
put protein
Oh,
in.
okay. Do you think Pop Tarts are fucking real fruit, you dick?
Okay, you got me with that one for sure. There is artificial flavoring in Pop Tarts. I know this, but they have like real sugar in them and not the fucking like stevia shit that they use in all the protein stuff. Like
Why are
I
you
Whatever,
rather
dude.
reading ingredient labels on a backcountry hunt?
Yeah.
no. I'm just
I
saying
want
that's
shit that tastes
make
good and
it
makes me
fucking
not want to kill
gross.
myself when I'm back there.
I literally, when I pack for like, even as far as like meals, now I am spoiled. I have a camper, so normally when I go hunting, like my backcountry hunts are not backcountry. Like I don't think I've only done one like 3 day in a tent, and to be honest with you, wasn't a fan. It's not for me. I'm not good at it, and I only did it one time, and I'm like, this sucks. But like my wife, if I'm going out, like she made me breakfast burritos. So there was breakfast burritos, and then she'll normally make like a lasagna or something. So like that's breakfast and dinner. And then during the day, it's like we had a bunch of rotisserie chicken left over, like from the supermarket. So we just put that in a bag, and then I brought a bunch of bread and I mustard and mayo, and I made sandwiches every night for lunch. And then my sweet treats for the day were like cream pies, zebra cakes, a protein bar, um, some cracker, like just random shit that I like walked through the store. I was like, oh, that looks yummy. I'm gonna eat
Mm,
it. Like that's all I care about.
that's
I
what
don't care about, oh, I need to buy like the peak refuel that has like 1,800 calories, because at the end of the day, too, if you look at how expensive those peak refuels are getting, and you do a 10-day hunt, that's over 200, they're like $15 a piece, and that's
yeah.
insane. Like, dude, I get annoyed when I have to spend $15 for lunch anywhere. People make me food. Like, so
Yeah.
now I'm
It's
buying
crazy.
this dehydrated bullshit, and I gotta bring the jet boil and do. I'm like, nah, just there's nothing better too than like a all day crunch down peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like you just
Oh,
throw that in
dude,
your
for
pack,
fucking
dude.
sure.
Oh,
Throw some banana in there and a little bit of
oh,
honey.
oh, dude, you got to
Fuck
get on
me
the game
up.
of hot honey. Throw some hot honey in there, change your
I
life.
haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Basically, we're just two fit fat guys who just like to hunt and like down to earth. We just want to eat all the sweet treats and like any opportunity, because we don't eat them year round, that we get to eat
Yeah.
like the gross, nasty shit. We will.
Oh, hear me out on this one. Take one of those legendary Pop Tarts, throw it in a PB and J hot honey sandwich.
Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. I'm gonna write that down. Whitney just
What?
thoroughly disgusted. She's like, I
Yeah,
hate
it's like
both of
if we
you.
could get off this Pop Tart subject at any point in time, that'd be fucking great.
That's absolutely good. Why would you take a Pop Tart and make it worse? Something that's already gross and then add more to it.
I didn't. Let me just write that down. Whitney is no fun. Got it.
Yeah, Whitney is wrong.
I'll literally eat anything. Just the thought. Well, first off, I can't even eat peanut butter because I'm allergic to it. So leave that off the list of
Oh,
anything.
what a
Genetically new.
loser. Dude, what a loser. You're allergic to
What a
stuff? Oh my
loser!
God.
Believe me, I've heard it all of my life. I'm
Are you
very aware.
vaccinated too?
No, I'm not
Oh,
actually.
disgusting.
Yeah, but I would agree. I will just take like, and I know some people who are like, they have their fucking gear list and all the way down to the like how much weight they're carrying in food. My thought on that is like, if I want to fucking carry a bunch of food or a little food or whatever, like I better be strong enough to carry what I want to carry. I've never once weighed anything in my pack. I've never once weighed my pack once it was full. I've never once weighed anything. If I want to throw it in my pack and I want to have it with me, I better be strong enough to fucking carry it. Like I'm not gonna weigh everything down to the fucking ounce, which is, I don't know. You guys might do that, but that's not my thing.
I
Well,
don't.
that's the thing.
I don't think like I think as far as like calorie intake, right? Like you're burning a lot of calories. You're hiking around with a pack, and like yeah, your pack's not 100 pounds, but like packs can probably be anywhere. You get your day stuff 20,
Yeah.
30 pounds, right? And you're hiking
Yeah.
up mountains, and they're steep and whatever. I'm not. I don't necessarily care like what is in whatever I'm eating. I just want to know that like okay, an oatmeal cream pie is like 300 calories. So if I eat two of those a day, that's 600 calories. If I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, peanut butter is a lot of calories. Like I'm not going to go in the woods and starve myself because your body needs fuel, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So like what is the point of saying, "Oh, well, I'm only going to pack like 1,000 calories a day." Cool, dude. Day two, you're going to be so fucking tired, you're not even going to be able to get up the mountain. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Bring your snacks. It could be little gummy bears, like for all I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
bring calories with you. It doesn't have to be like this gourmet meal where you got to bust down the fucking camp chef. But like, bring snacks, dude. And if you can't carry it, guess what? Eat it. You'll be fine. That's one less thing you got to fucking carry.
Well, that's one
Yeah.
thing I've preached for fucking years. Like, everyone gets so wrapped up on this hyper light mountain gear. How about you just get fucking stronger?
Yes. I swear I say this all the time. All the
Jesus
time.
Christ, we're on the Wild Strength podcast. I mean, we're not fucking around here.
I mean, I'm sure, like, I am sure there are situations where, like, you're in Alaska and you can only carry so much, right? Like, you're flying in, and, like, of course, you have to have, there's only X amount of weight that everybody can have per plane flight, whatever. And, like, that's different. But, dude, I hunt primarily from, like, a camper. So when I get back to the truck, in the mornings, I fucking go hunt, have my breakfast burrito, and eat all my snacks. And then I'm like, I'm going to go reload my snacks because I'm fucking going to be hungry this afternoon. Go back to the camper, reload the snacks, get back in the mountains. Like, I'm not
You're
weighing
gonna
shit.
make some people mad saying that shit.
I don't give a shit. I fucking do not care what other people think. The only people's opinion I care about is my fucking wife's opinion. And that's it. And most times, she's usually right. So it's not an opinion, it's more of a statement.
A man's man right there. There you go. Well, we're coming up on about an hour here, and I usually end all of the conversations asking people, what does wild strength mean to you, or what comes to your mind when you think of wild strength? Also, if you're watching this, peep their hats. They're wearing the wild strength hats. They're better than me. I don't even wear my own wild strength hat. Sweet OG
Loser.
logo there. So, Tyler, I'll start with you. What does wild strength mean to you, or what comes to mind when you think of wild strength?
I think it's just overall wellness when you're in the woods, right? So just doing your homework, doing the work before you get out there. We've touched base on it as far as like, oh, we got a trip coming up. I need to start getting ready. Just be ready. I'm not saying you need to be in marathon, fucking running 100 miles with a pack on, but like, just pay attention to what you're eating, and you will be successful in the woods. If you can stay longer, go further, because you're not being a dickhead 9 months out of the year. You're going to kill animals, and you'll be all right.
I'd agree. Shane?
Wild strength to me means you got to be retardedly strong. You got to be mentally fit, physically fit, stay fucking tough. Don't fucking quit when shit gets hard. Don't go back to the truck in the fucking daylight. You gotta stay out there and get shit fucking done.
I'm going back to the truck when there's daylight, dude. I'm a grown man. I'm afraid of the dark, so I'm not
Bro,
going.
I'll hold your hand any fucking time. I got
That's why
the
I kill my animals at like 1:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's why I know I can get out of the woods before dark. So
You have
Man's
like
baller.
you're literally watching your clock. It's like, oh my God, it's going to be dark in an hour. It's going to take me an hour to get out of here. I got to leave now.
I'm 100% that way, dude.
Elk out of fucking thin air, and he does it every time.
That's what happens, dude.
That's funny. If people are curious to follow you guys, have questions, whatever, where can they find you?
No. Instagram, BigSky_Ty. You can follow me there. I post nothing but hunting and my daughter and my wife. So if you don't like that, then fuck off. Don't follow me. I don't care.
I'm the Shane Pardy, TheeShane_Pardy. I post nothing but autistic rants, fitness, douche selfies, and hunting adventures.
I would say they're. Go ahead.
I'd be in Shane's DMs when he posts those gym bro pictures, and I always just comment, smash, hard eyes. Or smash, next question. Or when are we sharing a cream pie on the mountain, brother?
What kind of cream pie?
Hey, what happens on the mountain stays on the mountain, Whitney. That's why you're not invited. You got cooties. Get out of here.
Gets creamy up there.